When an adult calls your child my husband or my wife, don't take it as a joke. Some of them have evil plans, because you will not believe this story. His name is Mamadou Saliu. He's in his 30s and he's a farmer in Saregiwa village in Gambia. Now Saliu is married and has got kids, and they all live in this farming community. In fact, all of them in that village are majorly farmers. But there's this little girl he has always been calling my wife, my wife, my wife, and I'll not put her name or a face for privacy reasons. But Saliu has taken a liking to her and has always been calling her my wife from a young age, and everybody takes this as joke because they know he just takes a liking to her as a child. So one day, this 12-year-old child was returning from her mother's groundnut farm. She had just finished helping her with the work and was in a bush path going home. On that bush path, she met Saliu. Saliu began to joke as normal, my wife, my this, my that, and suddenly the atmosphere grew tense. He immediately dragged her into the bush and began to force himself on her. Now, while all this was going on, this girl was screaming her lungs out. She was in pain, and her grandmother, whose farm was actually very close by, could hear someone screaming. So she decided to go and check. As she drew closer to the sound of this voice, she could identify this voice as the voice of her granddaughter, and then she hastened up. But by the time she would get there, Saliu had already fled the scene. She met her granddaughter bleeding from her private area, and then she asked what had happened. She said Saliu was the one that did this to her. She could not believe this. This is someone that takes you as a father. What do you mean he did this? She asked again, and this girl confirmed this whole issue. The grandmother took her to the hospital and they contacted the police and explained everything that had happened. Saliu has been on the run since then, and the police has put a manhunt on his head. The damage is already done. Don't let the same damage happen to your own kids. Protect them.